And the Oscar goes to... We're going to be hearing a lot of that this Sunday right here in KGUN 9. But who will be called as the winner in the big categories of Best Picture and Best Director? Let's see what Jim Ferguson thinks. Good morning, Jim.
Well, good morning. And yeah, I'm kind of dressed for the Oscars right now. This is kind of a tuxedo, but it is Oscar time. And if you'd like to see what a official invitation to a Oscar after party, and this is what they look like. You can see the Academy, they go all out when they send out invitations. That's an authentic invitation to an Oscar after party. And today's Hollywood happening is all about Hollywood's biggest night, the 90th Academy Awards. Well, earlier this week, I gave my predictions for 4 of the major categories, and today I'll share my thoughts on 2 more. When it comes to Best Picture, as always, the competition is fierce. And although Dunkirk and Darkest Hour were strong contenders for me, The Shape of Water will ultimately take the gold. As for Best Director, the choice was simple. After spending years refining the story and special effects for his film, Guillermo del Toro is the clear winner and most deserving. Well, here's another look at my interview with a very talented director. Set in 1962, which I was in college, just about finishing college, so I do remember a great deal about that period. The space chase with Russia, spies, secrecy, fear of the unknown. Would you agree, perfect setting for The Shape of Water?
Yeah, because it's now at the same time.
It's relevant.
It's relevant now because we had the same problems, but it's also a time that in many people it's idealized because they were not there, or idealized because they were in a bubble. But it's a time where we had the same problems we have today in many, many forms. And the idea for this is to say, look, what separates us is artificial. What makes us recognize each other, love each other, doesn't need words, doesn't need ideologies. It just happens. And it's a beautiful fairy tale for troubled times.
I love the open of the scene. It's almost like a musical ballet. And you carry that through the entire film. I think I'm watching this wonderful story in music.
The idea was to shoot it as a classical musical. And there is a musical number or 2, little ones, but they're very beautiful. And there's the central musical number is almost crazy good and crazy beautiful. But what it is such an extraordinarily unique story. I want to make sure that every audience can enjoy it. And part of it is going to visually a very classical, beautiful look.
As somebody who's written a screenplay myself, I just admired the fact that you took a long time to create Doug Jones's suit. Beautifully done.
3 years. 2 years of design, 1 year of execution, and it's an exquisite creation. It really is. I've done many creatures in my 25 years of career, but this is the most, in every sense of the word, divine. Because it's an elemental god from a river. It's not a creature only. It really has to look majestic and divine and almost like a god, you know.
When he looks at me, he does not know how I am incomplete. He sees me as I am.
Well, as I said, The Shape of Water is certain to win awards across the board. It stars Sally Hawkins, who is nominated for Best Actress in a Leading Role, Octavia Spencer nominated for Best Actress in a Supporting Role, and Richard Jenkins, who's up for Best Supporting Actor. The amphibian is played by Doug Jones, whose makeup and costumes are wild. You don't want to miss the Oscars hosted by Jimmy Kimmel here on KGUN 9 this Sunday, beginning at 6 p.m. I'm going to see you right here next Tuesday on The Morning Blend with Alex as we review the winners.